Hello, intrepid followers, subscribers, and watchers of my YouTube videos. It's time for another comic book editions where I show you and share with you the new comic books I got to add to my collection. And this week it's all about Free Comic Book Day. Look at all this stuff. Now, this is not all free comic books. There are some of these that I actually bought. Free Comic Book Day is a day, the first Saturday of every May, where you can go to comic book stores and they will have free comic books you can purchase or pick up. And usually they'll have some sort of sales or fun things going on as well. Cosplayers, other fun things like maybe donations, but sales are the important thing. One of the places I went to had up to 30% off their comic books. So these are all the comic books I got. I don't have them in order where I got them from, but I will put a link to all the comic book stores I went to in the description below, along with the video vlog of my going to the Free Comic Book Day this year. I went to 8 comic book stores. My goal was 13. I got to 8. My record is 11 comic book stores. You can't beat that, I think. It's hard. I live in a part of the earth where there is a plethora of comic book stores. So 13 is a minimum of the comic book stores that I can think of that are near where I live. So let's get into it. Let me show you what I got this year. Sort of just willy-nilly. So it's going to be a bunch of free stuff and a bunch of stuff that isn't. The first thing I got was this wonderful trade called Marvel Voices Heritage. It celebrates indigenous stories and peoples. So we've got a few the indigenous characters from the Marvel universe on the front here. Daniel Moonstar, Warpath, Echo, and don't know who that guy is. If you know who it is in the comments, let me know who that guy is. So this is a trade. It collects all the issues of it. So I got that. Then I got a comic book trade. I've had a few of the issues, but I haven't been able to find all the issues. I wasn't keeping track of it. It's a sort of short story series by Amanda Connor and Jimmy I always have trouble with his last name. Palmiotti, called Wonder Woman Come Back to Me. So I've added that to the collection. And it's a really cool story because I do like Wonder Woman and it's a cool little story. The next, speaking of Wonder Woman, is a variant cover of Justice League Unlimited from International Women's Day. This is by Jenny Frison, and it's Wonder Woman. Look at her. Such a great Jenny Frison cover. Every Friday it's Jenny Frison Friday, so this will probably be my cover for this Friday. Okay, next we have a few free comic books I got. One of them is Thundercats and the Powerpuff Girls. What? What a team of that is. This comes from Dynamite Comics. They're the publishers of those books. So I thought this was a fun book. They're both great cartoon character stories. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy it and read it. Well, I didn't buy it. I got it for free. The next one, which I was very surprised of, this comes from Vault Comics. It's another Free Comic Book Day comic book. It's Def Leppard's Hysteria. Def Leppard made a comic book. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I was like, I have to see what this is about. I have to see what this is about. All right. As you know from my last comic books editions, I talk about how I'm slowly collecting all of Volume 2 of Wonder Woman, which has mainly been known for George Perez doing it. But I've got most of the George Perez parts. It's the later parts of that run that I'm getting. And so I got a few of those to show you here. So first up is Wonder Woman number 145. This is the Adam Hughes cover, I believe. Yeah, Adam Hughes cover. It's got his signature on it. So I got that one. So we'll mark that off the list. And then I got issue number 144, the issue before this one, also an Adam Hughes cover. And I got this for 30% off. So it was $10. I believe this is one of the ones I got at I think I got this one at Everett Comics, so it might have been 30% off. So that's pretty cool. So if we're keeping score of the Wonder Womans, I'll put the list right here so you can see which ones I still am looking for. Now, speaking of Wonder Woman, this is not a Wonder Woman Volume 2, but it's another series that I picked up. I found issue 1, I think in Spokane, randomly, and it's by Chris Claremont. I didn't know that Chris Claremont had written a Wonder Woman storyline. So it's an Elseworlds tale, and it's Superman and Wonder Woman. It's called Whom Gods Destroy, and I got number 3. Number 3. And the art is by, I think it says Dan Abell. I can't tell for sure. I don't have my glasses on. But it's a cool story about An Elseworlds where the Germany of World War II won. I'm not going to use that word here because I don't want to have it mess up my algorithm. But they won, and so what's the world like? And what's Wonder Woman and Superman like in that world? Okay, the next is also a free comic book, and it's The Legend of Korra from Avatar. I really like the cartoon series, so I thought I'd pick up this book and see what it talks about when it comes to The Legend of Korra. It looks like it's a bit of a, when the girls that are the granddaughters of, I don't even know their name, I've forgotten. Anyway, it looks cool. I liked Legend of Korra and Airbender, Avatar The Last Airbender, so I thought I'd get that. Ooh, this next one is a wraparound cover. It's from the Energon universe, so it's a free comic book day. The Energon universe is run by Image, so it's like Transformers and G.I. Joe are within the same universe, the same like planet and everything. So this is about them. So there's a G.I. Joe character along with a Transformer, and so it's a double or a bifold cover. There's the whole thing. You can see it. So that's a really cool one. I'm looking forward to reading that. And then the next free comic book I have, oh my gosh. It's like the animals, the animals of DC Comics. So they have the pets of DC Comics. They had a Super Pets animated movie recently. So this is Wonder Woman, and it's called Kangaroo. And it's the kangaroos that lived on Paradise Island, or Themyscira. So in the Silver Age, I believe, they introduced, or maybe in the Golden Age, they introduced that they had kangaroos they rode around on. So this is sort of like a story of the pets of the kangaroos. So you can see Wonder Girl when Wonder Woman was a little kid was there. And so I thought it was a cute little story. It would be fun to read. Okay, the next thing I got is not comic book itself, but it's comic book related. One of the comic book stores I went to had a comic book artist I really like and know, and I was excited when he announced he would be there. So his name is Tony Dela Cruz, and I picked up some art prints by him. One of these is actually a gift for someone else, so I'm not going to show that one because if he watches the video, I want him to see it. So the first one is one I've been wanting from him forever, and I was so excited to see it. Actually, there's two there for people who watch my videos, so I'm not going to show them because I don't want them to see them. But anyway, the one I was really, really excited to get was one he posted recently that's new he's got. It's Excalibur, one of my favorite X-Men related teams. So cool. I was so excited to get this. I can't wait to put this on the wall. Yay. And he's got larger ones, but I'm running out of room for large prints. I mean, look at this thing. Like, this one takes up a lot of room as it is. So I wanted something small that I could put up next to some other ones that are just like it. And the other one is Star Wars related, and it's HHere and Dela from Star Wars Rebels. I have another one of these that's got the whole team from Star Wars Rebels, the Ghost Phantom Squad, or Ghost Squad, I think. I can't remember if it's Phantom or Ghost. It's one of the two. But anyway, I thought this one was really cool too, and I'll put that on the wall where my Star Wars stuff's at. So that's some art I got. Because sometimes, yes, there are artists and creators at the comic book stores, like signing things, selling things. So you're not just going to get comic books, you're going to get stuff by those creators, and it's really cool. All right, the next thing I got was another book. Oh, wait. Is this my book? Yes, this is my book. I was with a friend, and so at one point we were, like, buying stuff, and, like, sometimes we were putting it in the car and might have, like, put either stuff together by accident, or actually ended up buying something for him because he was getting something else, and that store's sales were kind of weird, so we had to, like, figure out who's buying what for the price. But this is from the Energon universe, and it's called Energon Universe #1. I just like the cover. It's reminiscent of the Transformers movie. It's Megatron and Optimus Prime fighting. It's got Optimus Prime with that laser battle axe that took the place of his hand. I thought it was really cool. So I might actually just put this on the wall. I might not even like open it and read it, but we'll see. The next one is, oh, there's a little card attached. The next one is a horror comic I thought was really cool because it's like, not the like big, gross kind of horror, but it's like the universal horror kind of stuff. And it's called it's the Mark Spears Monsters. So he's in charge of the universal monsters that are out right now, and there's different comic books of it. So this is sort of like a sampler of the whole thing. So I thought that'd be fun to read. And this one I got at, looks like, this is the coolest thing. So some of the free comic books have a spot where the comic book store can put their information. Well, Sir Lonebucks stuck a Ooh, I can get it off without tearing tearing the paper. Ooh. I got it. Okay, I got it. It was really good on there. Well, it's a coupon for $10 off a purchase of $50 or more at Sir Lonebucks. So that's cool. I don't know if I'm going to spend $50 anytime soon because I just spent about that. That's a good amount I spent that weekend in one of the stores. I'm not going to say which store, but one of the stores. And you can tell by all the stuff I got, there was a lot of money I spent. The next thing I got was another trade. I got a few trades because I wanted to fill in some trades. And it's from the Marvel's Empire crossover series. And it's called Lords of Empire. I had one of the issues of this, but I didn't get all of it. So it was really cool to see the whole thing in one place so I could read it all. So I'm excited to read that. Next one is another DC Comics Free Comic Book Day comic book, and it has two covers. One side is Superman from Absolute Superman. And this is actually Superman Unlimited, another storyline that's coming out. And the other side is the Absolute Universe. So this actually has two stories in it, and it's upside down. So one side is one story, and then the other side upside down is the other story. So that's really cool. So we're going to learn more about the Absolute Universe and what's caused that. But cool. Excited to read that. The next one is from Dark Horse Comics, and it looks like it's two storylines. One is from the Critical Role series. If you don't know what Critical Role is, it's like this role-playing group that did their videos on YouTube live, so you can watch them, and there's a bunch of people that are voice actors and other people that are friends with them. And it's called The Mighty Nine Origins, and it also features a Black Hammer story. So that's really cool. Oh, the back of it's neat. It's got all the list of all these comic books that are related to Black Hammer on the back, so that's neat. So I thought that'd be fun to read. Okay, so the next book is a book I bought, and this one, I think I got this one at Subspace Comics. It's The Titans, so the original series is by Grayson, Justin Namo, and oh my gosh, I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on with the names of the people who created it were. So this is issue number 4 from the Titans run. It was the first issue of the Teen Titans when they were adults. This came out in the 90s. Got number 4 there, and then I have number 11, a Beast Boy story with, oh, that's Cyborg. He's a different kind of Cyborg. Interesting. And then I was missing some issues of Nightwing from earlier volumes, so I got this volume number 7 Nightwing. Look at that cover. That's really cool. He's upside down. That's neat. All right, next is another free comic book I got. Oh no, this isn't a free comic book. This is a comic book that just came out recently, and oh no, it's got some dirt on it. Boo! All right, I didn't get the first issue. I thought I got more than just the first issue, but I guess I only got the first issue. It's issue number 1 of Silverhawks. You guys, if you remember the Silverhawks, comment down below if you remember the Silverhawks TV animated TV show on Saturday mornings. So that, you know what, I need to pick this up and read this. This should be fun. Okay, oh, here it is. We have 2 more issues of Wonder Woman that I was missing from my collection. So we have issue number 151, and then I didn't realize I got the other one, 152. I realized I got both of them, and that might mean one of these is a duplicate. I think this might be the duplicate, but 151 and 152. So let's look at the scoreboard. And we've got that marked off. So that's bringing my comic book collection down. So the next book I bought was a Women of Marvel comic book I missed. And it has Elsa Bloodstone on the cover. I just think she's a really cool, she's almost like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer kind of character, out to defeat and destroy supernatural evils. So that was a really cool cover. And I would love the Women of Marvel and all the other person of color comic books they make. The next one is it says where it's from because they made their own sticker with the price. It's from All American Comics. It's a newer comic book store. It's only been up since September in Renton. And this was a cover I didn't get. It's the Uncanny X-Men Anniversary cover. It's pretty much got every character in there on this cover. Every character. I've forgotten who the artist is on it, but I'll put a link to who the artist is right down there. But just so cool. It's almost as many people as that are as in this picture behind me. Comment down below if you want me to do a video just about this poster behind me. If you want me to, I can. I'd be willing to. I got another Women of Marvel, and this cover, I don't think it's from the same year as the other one, but it has a bunch of the X-women on it. So it's got Jean Grey, Storm, and Rogue, and Scarlet Witch. Isn't that cool? I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. All right. The next is another free comic book I got, and it's about the Fantastic Four. Oh, this is actually a free comic book, not from Free Comic Book Day. This is from Trick or Read. So around Halloween, they also do another version of Free Comic Book Day, and I guess this was left over from that. So it's a Fantastic Four cover, and it shows Dr. Doom on a dinosaur, Dinosaur Doom. So I actually know a cosplayer who made this cosplay. That's the coolest thing ever. Okay, the next one is, also from that. I didn't realize it was also from that same Free Comic Book Day or Halloween comic book thing. It's called Spider-Boy. I haven't actually read any of the Spider-Boy stories, so this would be interesting to read just to see what it's about. Oh, look, in the back has Spider-Girl. Neat. Okay, the next thing I got, I already have this comic book, but again, it's a variant cover because it's one of my favorite, like, B or C list superheroes from the Marvel Universe. It is Jack of Hearts. I have his original solo series, but I thought, oh my gosh, look at that cover, Jack of Hearts, look at him, so cool. I would maybe, I should maybe put this on my list of cosplays to do maybe someday. That would be a cool cosplay to do. The next book I got was a really cool little, did I get this one for free? No, I didn't get it for free. But it was from a special edition from something, Wonder Woman Day a few years ago. And it's DC Superhero Girls that you can see. I think it's still on Netflix. Maybe it's on Max. But it's a comic book about that series, that cartoon series, Superhero Girls, or Superhero High. Because they were in like high school age girls or heroes. So isn't that cool? I love that cover. The next is a comic book from She-Hulk's first solo series. And I just loved it because it's number 50 in the series. And it's this cool foil cover. Look, it's her. Look at her. She's an icon. She's a queen. She's a warrior. Look at it. I love that. Like, there's a little brooch that says 50. Oh, so gorgeous. This I might put on the wall. I might not read this. I might just put this on the wall. Comic capsule. I use comic capsule to hang all my stuff on the wall, and they have a green one. So this would be perfect in a green comic capsule. Speaking of maybe something going in a comic capsule, this is a variant cover of a Wonder Woman comic book, and it's also foil. Ooh, look at it. I didn't have to be talked into getting this one. They had so many of them. I could have gotten more than one, but I was going to be nice. I was just going to get one. My friend Eric, he also got one as well because it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Oh, you can see the reflection of the back of the stuff behind the camera. Pretend you didn't see any of that through the foil cover. The next one is also a variant. It's from the Fall of X-Men line, number 26, and it's the swimsuit cover, homage to one they did in the 90s, but one that's more modern. I just thought I needed to get this one just because of that. That also will go hanging on the wall probably. If not, it'll go in my variant covers book set. The next one I got was a annual for Wonder Woman, so I was missing some of the annuals. So this is the annual from 1989, and it's got Perez, Colleen Duran, oh my gosh, so many different names. Some of these names I know, and some of them I don't. Trina Robbins. So it's Wonder Woman Annual 1989. It was one I was missing. I think it's like the first annual. Isn't that a gorgeous cover? Ugh, gorgeous cover. Oh, look, it's another Wonder Woman Annual. This is the first annual, number 1 I needed. So another gorgeous cover. I don't know if this is Perez who did this cover, but holy moly. Look at that gorgeous piece. That's amazing. So those can also be crossed off my list. So let's show the list again. And those are now off the list. So yay, we're getting closer. Then I got this other free comic book called Black Mirror San Junipero. Heaven is a Place on Earth. It looks like a romance comic book by Twisted Comics. So that should be interesting to read, like a romance, maybe a noir, maybe, I don't know. We'll see what it is. It should be cool. Oh, look, it's another Wonder Woman comic. Oh, got to cross that one off the list. This is number 154, another Adam Hughes cover. So number 154. And then, got another one here, number 151, also an Adam Hughes cover. So we can cross those off the list. To show the list. Off the list. This was one I was so excited to get. I didn't know about this variant cover until like it just came out. It's a Marvel vs. Capcom fighting collection. And I'm not like a game person, but it's Colossus. Hello. I gotta get my himbo, my boy, the one I cosplay. Actually, cosplay, I think this is the cosplay I actually wear when I do cosplay. I'll put a cosplay right here so you can see it right next to it. So I think it's the same thing. Maybe? I don't know. But here it is next to it. So anyway, I wanted that. They luckily, at Everett Comics, he was able to order me a copy. So that was in my box the day of Free Comic Book Day. And I got it for 30% off. So, yay for me. All right, we just have a few, like 3 more comic books that are free comic books. And these are actually from, one of these is from actually the Halloween again. And the other one is from 2020, so it's 5 years old. So that comic book store just had it out. And I thought it'd be cool to get. It's the Overstreet Guide to Collecting. It's got a bunny and then some red-haired girl assassin on it. I just thought it was a cool, kind of funny cover because they're saying some stuff to each other. I'll make it a little closer so you can see that. You can pause to read that if you like, if you're on your phone. So isn't that cool? All right, the next one is Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It's from the Halloween time frame of the Free Comic Book Day. I just love the TV show, and I've read some of that comic book, so I thought, this would be fun to have a quick little sampler of that comic book. And the last one, I didn't realize I picked this one up. I just didn't realize it, but it's by Tim Seeley, and I've always thought Tim Seeley was a great writer. So this is called Dark Red. It's another from their Free Comic Book Day horror, and it's from Aftershock Publishing. So that's another one I got. So there we have it. That's all the comic books I have to show you for this comic book editions. Make sure if you haven't already done that, do the thing. I'll put the image right here. And come back and make sure you join me every Wednesday. I do a short of my trip to get my new comic books every week. So go ahead and check that out. And again, leave a comment. Tell me if you got something, which free comic book that you got, were you excited to get? Or if you bought something for a really great price on Free Comic Book Day, share with me in the comments about that. And I look forward to doing this again next week. Next week, I might have some books from someone that sent them to me. They said they were sending the mail and something happened with the mail and it got messy. It just got messy. So next comic book edition should be that and maybe some other stuff I buy because I'm going to be going on another trip and maybe have a chance to look at some comic books and maybe buy some other stuff or not. So that's what I got. So as usual, as we always end our videos, we say this: comic books are for everyone. Bye! Hello and